Welcome everyone. We are live on the Panenka View. It's a Friday night, and we are on the way to a big weekend in the Premier League. And also, we have a Carabao Cup final where a manager's job is on the line. The sales of Marlboro have gone high. I have kept on repeating that statement, and we have a lot to discuss. Some banter man also between us, Ajit Naha. But let me introduce you to the lineup here. Ankan Chakrabarti is back for Man United. Hi, Ankan. Also, Supratim is joining me, my co-host Supro. Make sure you take out anything that all your emotions on anyone, the United thing, the Liverpool, Chelsea thing. We are keen to hear from you. And here comes the banter man, Biswajit. Na,
Sure.
you are in right now. So let's go straight to you, Supro, and let's get your thoughts on Arsenal's comeback win against Bate Borisov. Bate Borisov beat Arsenal Thursday evening. A lot of banter happening
Yeah,
there. I failed to faster bait and everything. So kind of a great turnaround, isn't it? An expected one.
yeah. It was an expected win, to be honest. We expected that result to happen. We were not clinical enough on the day. We took 20 shots and 13 were off the target, so that sums it up. But at the end of the day, the most important thing was to get the job done, and it
Hmm.
got the job done handsomely. Thanks to an own goal from Blade Borisov and two corners from us.
Oh, brilliant. And Unai Emery started Mesut Ozil. So before we get any further, hi Parth. Yeah, hi, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah, so hi, please welcome Parth, who's a Chelsea fan, and it's a Parth where we'll get to you in a moment when we discuss City versus Chelsea. I know it's been a rough time in the past few weeks, but
Yeah.
keep hanging there. In there, we will be coming to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Vishwajit, the Mesut Ozil starting and a 3-0, an own goal, a good start, rounded off well with two other goals. Your thoughts on the game, Arsenal versus Bate?
Yeah, as Supra said, it's like an expected win. On 14th Feb, I saw a lot of posts on Masterbet and this and that. I didn't mind much, but because I knew that we were going to ultimately win, and it was on the verge of Winston Dias's death anniversary, so I refrained myself from commenting any shit
Hmm.
over the group.
Hmm.
Uh, but anyway, it was expected, and Mesut Ozil, as we all expected him to play in his own fashion, he did. If you ask me if he has improved and indulged in the Unai Emery's way of playing, I don't think it's still there.
Hmm. Okay, that's your.
Otherwise, it's fine.
Okay, and so Parth, let me tell you that we are live on YouTube. So when you share this, your friends will be seeing you live. Hopefully, we can share the link early on next time onwards. But let's get the man on now. Unmute his audio. Ankan, United Liverpool game. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a big game, as we know about the rivalry between United and Liverpool, considering that two of the greatest club in the country's history. So it's gonna be a very tough game for Man United, and Liverpool are right now top of the league, so they are playing with some different kind of motivation. But recently, United also getting good results under Ole. Apart from the setback at PSG, I think United has been doing very well. We beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I think it's only 3 wins there in 17 years.
Hmm.
So I think it is going to be a very good game to watch. So I can only hope for the good results.
Absolutely. So Supro, Liverpool have been kind of shaky in the past, and in not the past, but this month where they drew against West Ham and they drew against Leicester, but they got back on track with their 3-0 win over Bournemouth, and this kind of is a title decider, isn't it? Considering the
Yeah,
fact that any more drop in points and City are there to pounce on.
yeah, and they have to win this game because if they win, then they will be 6 points clear of Manchester City, who have to play a Carabao Cup final. And a lot is riding on this game because if Manchester United win, then they go 3 points clear of Chelsea. and maybe they go 3 points of Arsenal as well, depending on the result of the Southampton. So yeah, I think after a very long time, a Manchester United Liverpool fixture has something riding on it, depend in relation to the Premier League table, and it should be a very feisty game at
Hmm.
Old Trafford.
Well, Parth, let's get you in the fray. And, before we come to Chelsea City, United and Liverpool are up this weekend. You must be looking forward to the Carabao Cup final, I know. But your thoughts on United versus Liverpool and how that might turn out?
Well, I think it's going to be a great game. I think in a funny way, Mourinho not being there might actually hurt United because I don't think Ole is going to go that conservative in the game, and I think Liverpool will be right up for it because they'll be able to get one over City. City not playing this week, so I think it will be a great game, especially for a neutral. Not having any kind of bias in the game. It's going to be a great game.
Viswajit, now that United have been so good under Ole, my say repeated question: what lineup do you think will he start versus Liverpool?
Um, I'm not sure on defense who would be starting other than Victor Lindelof. I mean, that guy has been amazing. And at goal, as usual, David De Gea. I think left, he should start with Shaw as usual. Center back, I would rather pick Eric Bailly.
Hmm.
Okay, because that guy, if on his day, he is the best. It seems, but again, it depends on many factors. But I will pick Bailly at the end of the day. Right back, there is no other option available other than Ashley Young right now. So let be it. I am very much interested to see Ander Herrera in this game. You know, I mean, I believe they should start Ander Herrera in this game. This is one of those kind of games where Ander Herrera can thrive.
Hmm.
And front, I definitely would like to see both Lingard and Martial in both the wings. And
But one second, that's where I would like to interrupt and get Ankan in 1 second. Ankan, are Lingard and Martial injured? What's their injury status? Expected back.
Yeah, Lingard and Martial are still injured. As Ole said after the PSG game that they are out for 2 to 3 weeks. But after 3 days, the game, he said that they could be returning for Liverpool game. But I'm not sure that whether they will be playing or they will be having enough fitness to continue for 90 minutes.
And Ankan, who would be your preferred starting 11? At just like get us your midfield and the striking force. What I
Yeah, as Bishuda said, I would keep the same defense as Bishuda said. So in midfield, I think it would be the best to pick the same lineup like Pogba, Matic, and Herrera. And in front three, I would pick Rashford should be starting because he's been in terrific form under Ole. And since we don't know whether we'll be having Martial or Lingard, so I think we can give a start to Lukaku and Sanchez. But I don't know about Sanchez because he's not doing really well under Ole. So I don't know whether he will be starting or I don't know because we don't have enough options in front. So I think he would be starting if Lingard and Martial are both out.
Supro and Parth, that's where you come in for the Liverpool side. Supro, Fabinho and Martin played there against Bayern. And is Van Dijk going to be back? And what will that defense look like? Also, Parth, after Supro, I'm going to come to you on the attacking options. So, Supro, let's start with you on the defensive side
Yeah.
and the mid.
Yeah, and I hope Van Dijk starts because Robertson is injured. I need him to play in my FPL as well. So
Oh,
he
good,
has
good.
to
By
start.
the way, good reminder there. I have to have a change in my captain and do some business. So thanks for reminding.
And as for
Okay.
the defense should be Trent Arnold at right back, Van Dijk and Matip as centre backs, and Robertson at left back. Obviously, their back four has been pretty settled this season. And in the midfield, it's ever changing. But I think Henderson might start this game because he was really good against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. And Fabinho should definitely start because he provides a defensive solidity at the base of the midfield. And it's interesting to see whether he starts Shaqiri in a 4-3-1 or whether he continues a three-man midfield with Gigi Van Alden as well. because he has been alternating throughout the season. So it can be either a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 in my opinion.
Parth, do Liverpool start with Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Kit, like Supro said? Do you agree with Supro? And
Yeah. I think they'll go with the 4-3-3 because I don't think you drop either of Henderson, Fabinho, or Wijnaldum. I mean, three of them, especially Henderson after the Bayern game, Wijnaldum throughout the season, and Fabinho. I mean, three of them are real in a really good shape right now. And I think putting Salah on the wing and Firmino in the middle might be good because like Salah against Luke Shaw, I think that we huge plus for Liverpool. And I think he'll go with the 4-3-3 clock.
well, some great thoughts there from our panel and the guests, and we can,
Prasad,
yeah,
I
tell me.
kind of forgot Naby Keita's name over there. These roles are a bit confusing because he has his stats in the three-man midfield. Klopp would say on the left-hand side of a 4-2-3 also. Yeah, that one player.
Naby Keita, yes, who can forget him? Naby Keita. And Supro, we can now safely move on to the game at 10 p.m. And I know, Parth, you don't want to talk much about it, but it's just a preview. But Parth, let's come to you first. And, 6-0 at Etihad, I know a result to forget, but 4-0 against Bournemouth, 2-0 against Arsenal, some goals shipped in, knocked out of the FA Cup. What's currently wrong at Chelsea, and is Sari on the verge of a sack?
I think the problem at Chelsea is widespread, and obviously Sari has some fault in it. But I don't think you can really expect Sari with the bit part preseason he had. Plus, he signed only. I mean, Jorginho was the only real signing. Kepa was a replacement. So, and he got Higuain in January as well. So, I don't think you can expect Sari to deliver and bring such a huge philosophy change at the club in just like 6 to 7 months. I think Abramovich has to take the decision now. I mean, if he chooses to persist with Sari, then he has to give him time. Now, obviously, the transfer ban, that's a whole different thing. So,
That's why I'm going to come to you. Yeah, go on.
because the transfer ban thing is just like it's a whole different thing because if you the transfer ban is there and the appeal is unsuccessful, then it's like what can Sari do? I
Hmm.
mean, he can't play the Sari ball with these players, and the transfer ban means he'll not get able to get in replacements. So I mean, Chelsea are in a bit of a limbo right here. I mean, depending on the transfer ban, I personally think that Abramovich should give Sari time. I think there is a high chance that we will get this summer window and the ban will be imposed after that because like if you like look at the specifics, the ban imposed by FIFA was for like 90 players and it was successful for only about 20 players. So I think Chelsea have a foothold in that appeal. I think Abramovich should give Sari time, and if the ban is lifted for the summer, he should give him money in the summer as well.
Hmm. Some key points there mentioned by Parth. Ankan, Viswajit, don't go anywhere. I'm going to come to you. But Supro, what ban is this? And for viewers who might, be unaware of it, do you think that Chelsea might be able there to successfully get, through with the appeal and just get some foothold for this transfer window and the ban for the next leg, something like that?
Yeah, they're a bit of a situation because even I think Hazard wants to move in the summer, and that complicates the situation. Also, they have 8,000 players on loan at Vitesse and various clubs, so they will come back. And obviously, Chelsea want to ship a lot of them out, and that becomes impossible now with the transfer. I don't know if there is any ban on selling players. There is definitely a ban on buying players, and that's a big issue for them because Sari obviously has to improve the squad. There are a lot of players who are not fitting into the system well. Alonso, for example, he has been a shadow of a player he was 2 years ago. Even Aspilicueta has not been playing well. But Sarri doesn't have a midfield option, third man midfield option. He obviously did over there, and it complicates the situation big time. I don't know if Chelsea can win the appeal because it is regarding the transfer of young players, and that's a serious offense. And they have been accused of breaching 29 different sections. So yeah, I don't think they'll
Yeah.
win the appeal, but for now, they're out for 2 windows, and especially with Roman Abramovich's myopic model of winning right now, they want success right now. They want to win the title as soon as next season. That's a big hindrance.
Well, Ankan, before we get on to you, do you think United will be United will be doing City a favor. Could City be win two titles on Sunday, like Cup and then United defeating Liverpool? Will that is that possible according to you?
To be honest, I want United to beat Liverpool not for City but for United, because if you are losing against Liverpool on Sunday, so we will be first morally down, and secondly we'll be out of the fourth spot if somehow Arsenal manages a win. So I think more than United will be favoring City, I think we will be favoring ourselves. And to be very honest, if you are asking me to choose between Liverpool and City, I would want City to win the league title. But that's a secondary thing. But to be honest, I want United to win the game, because first of all, we are up against our probably most fiercest rival. And secondly, if we lose, then we are out of the Champions League spot, and the team will be very much morally down. So I think it's a must-win game for United. I think Ole should be giving his more than 100, and even the players.
Hmm. Parth, let's say that Chelsea versus City versus Chelsea. For the Sari ball isn't working, you said, and with these players it is tough. But should Sari just stick to that conservative approach that they had at Stamford Bridge, where they beat City 2-0, rather than just go out, don't have any plan, and don't have just go and gets Jorginho exposed and then
Mhm.
a drubbing? Do you think they should?
Definitely. I think the cup final is just about to win. I mean, I don't care what kind of football we play. I don't care if we get like 100 fouls. I don't care what we play. It's just about to win in the end. And I think the approach was quite successful at Stamford Bridge. I mean,
Hmm.
he let go of the ball. He didn't press. He got
Hmm.
Hazard back into the midfield. And Chelsea, he was brilliant on the counter, got the first goal, then got the second late on. So I think he has to take the approach, because as we saw at the Etihad Stadium, going toe to toe with City was disastrous. I mean, Jorginho just couldn't handle the intensity of the game, nor could any of the other players, to be honest. So I think on Sunday, I think this is the approach for Sarri. I mean, going for the jugular will be suicidal.
Hmm. True words from Parth and Vishwajit. Arsenal play Soton, and we've kind of are there at the top. We had a scrappy win against Huddersfield. Arsenal had a scrappy win against Huddersfield. Do you see any shock coming there at the Emirates this Sunday?
Uh, I don't think so. Any shocker is gonna come. Uh, Southampton haven't beaten us in league or any kind of footballing game in our home turf since 1987.
Yep.
So that's like 22 years. So I don't think they're gonna beat us, but this is a different Arsenal, and they can choke anytime. So I'm not sure, but we should be cautious and we should play our normal game. And I'm seeing for last a few games we are pouncing the opponent during the set piece situations. So
Hmm.
if that's our strength, let's be it. Let be it. Let's try the same thing out.
Supro, clean sheets have been a problem this season, and we would be more happier to get 3 points.
Yeah.
Fact that Arsenal have conceded 999 league goals at the moment, and one more, and they would concede 1,000. Supro, do you fancy a clean sheet this weekend, and do you think we can keep it? Stop that 1,000th goal.
Yeah, I think all the clean sheets we have kept this season have been at the Emirates, so it is possible. But if I was a betting man, I would totally put Arsenal. I would totally favor Arsenal conceding a goal because they have been very bad defensively throughout the season. But so have been Southampton. So I expect Arsenal to win this game. Ironically, they ended our 22 match unbeaten at this season, so we have something to avenge about. And I
Hmm.
think this is a perfect time to play them because Southampton are in a relegation battle and we are in a top four battle. So obviously the stakes are high in this game and we have to get the result.
Well, guys, you've been great, and we know what we have to do at the end. We have to do a prediction round. So let's start with Ankan. Ankan, both the games, also Arsenal versus Southampton, the three games. What are your predictions for the games?
Arsenal versus Southampton, I think 2-0 Arsenal win.
Oh,
And yeah. I don't think Arsenal will be conceding in this
You
game.
have Kolasinac in your FPL team.
No. No, I think Arsenal will be winning it comfortably. It's just a hunch. And the Liverpool versus United game, I think it's a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Okay. Okay. And the City Chelsea.
City Chelsea. It's kind of tricky because I think if City somehow manages to score in between 10 to 15 minutes of the game, I think they will be off to score even more goals. So the game can either end as 3-0 or 4-1. But if somehow Chelsea manages to stop City from scoring till I think 60, 70 minutes, I think it would be a 1-0. So I would go for either a 3-0 City win or a 1-0 City win.
That's some prediction there. And
It may backfire me, so so Chelsea fans don't come at me after the game if Chelsea somehow manages to win. It's just my prediction because I've been getting some of bashing in FIOB, so it's just a prediction.
but good one there, Ankan. Parth, let's get to you now, and let's start with City Chelsea with for you, and then let's go to United, Liverpool, and then Arsenal and Southampton.
I really, really want Chelsea to win, but the realist in me says that it's just City are too big of a favorite. I mean, the form they are in now compared with the form Chelsea currently are in. I mean, I think City will win it. It will be close because it's a cup final, and I think Chelsea players will put all their effort into it. But I think it's just the class will tell in the end. I think a 2-1 win for City.
So the United and yeah, Ankan wants to say something. No, okay. So yeah, Parth, United and Liverpool game.
I think that's a really, really tough one to call because I mean both sides are in good form. Both sides are playing well. Liverpool kind of patchy form, but still would expect both of them to give it all. It will be an intense game. I'd go for a 1-1 draw. And as for the Arsenal Southampton one, I think it will be a comfortable win for Arsenal. I don't think they'll get that clean sheet, but they'll win 3-1, I think.
Okay, so that's Parth with his prediction. Supro, you've been kind of our Paul Octopus. Whatever people say on that FA Cup game, just ignore. You know how your gut feeling works. Although where you get a gut feeling in the morning, and that becomes true. But yeah, your predictions for the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, way of predictions in the recent past, Prasad. So, anyway, Arsenal should win against Southampton 2-0. I'm predicting a clean sheet just like Uncle. And Manchester United was a Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win this one. They'll edge it, not by a big margin, but they'll edge it. And as far as the Carabao Cup final goes, I think just like last year when Arsenal got badly beaten by City 3-0, Chelsea will also experience the painful defeat because at the moment they are simply not in form and Manchester City have too much in them to beat Chelsea.
And let's go to the banter man, Biswajit Naha, who's waiting for his chance. And Visuddha, some different prediction from your end. We are keen to hear. Please have a earful.
Uh, no, Arsenal game, I agree with everyone, but I don't think we're gonna get a clean sheet, but we're gonna win it. I think there will be a big win for Manchester City, like 4-0, 4-1 ish. But I think this United is gonna beat Liverpool. 2-1.
Ankan, send him a check.
Something like that.
Send him a check.
Yeah, I can only say amen to what Vishuddha said after United gonna beat Liverpool. So hopefully his words turn out to be true.
Actually, I was one of those people who predicted United victory over Spurs at Wembley. One of those few people. So I'm just, I'm trying to ride on my same luck again.
United's win against Liverpool means it would be tough for Arsenal to fight for the Champions League spot also because they are.
It's very sad to hear all these things for United fans. I mean, they used to, tell us 5-6 years back that fourth place finished karke kya ukhar liya, Arsenal equals to 4, and now they are talking about all this. How time changes, right?
Yes, time changes.
So much too. And by the way, I was going through a lot of things on the internet, and myself just Googled it with Supro and my other Panenka colleague Shlomo. We are talking about bait. So, Bolshov, automobile, and tractor. What was that, Supro? Electronics, isn't it? Something like
Yeah, Brihan, Mumbai.
But
Whether it's automobile, tractor, so electrical service, something like that.
yeah, something like that. Well, Parth, thank you for joining us on such short notice, and really good key points there from you. Also, some very good tactical analysis and an overview of what's going on at Chelsea. We hope you can join us for more episodes. And Ankan was fabulous. No echoing this time, so Ankan's friends can enjoy this episode echo free. And Biswajit now with his few lines, impressing as well. Usual, the banter man, as I like to say. Also, Supros, you've been fabulous throughout the week. The episode that we do, the audio ones, the video ones, and here's hoping for a cracking game week. I hope everyone has seen the Winston Diaz special. It's a very evergreen episode, and we apologize for the technicalities, but some connection issues. We'll be doing one more in the future. So have a great game, everyone. Have a great weekend, everyone. These games are going to be cracking, and hope to see you all in the next episode very soon. Here's your host Prasad Budkar signing with Supratim, Parth, Biswajit, and Ankan.
Bye.